me. When I was on that live, I came on that live trying to explain what I was going through because of Hoover and Diamond. They twisted that shit around. Rose came up there with an attitude. And I said, Rose, wait a minute, you coming up too strong. Abundantly said, no, D, I don't think she is. I said, that's your experience, but to me, it seemed like she coming off to me too strong. Every time Rose came up there and she was being disrespectful, she would drop Rose out the live. Oh, I was suicidal. And because y'all don't understand, if you pay attention to my videos, I said this shit go deep. I am dealing with Black Diamond, and then I'm dealing with someone who can find your IP, who could do whatever he want to do if he really want to damage you. And so therefore, I took legal action once I found out that them two and two other people was trying to tarnish. I was trying to talk about that. And I said, but where is the community for me? And no one came for me because it's Black Diamond. The point I was trying to make was, all them people been through something with Black Diamond, but nobody held her accountable. When Black Diamond came into my life, she never once said to me, I did not do that. Hoover did not do that. She said, oh, you just want clout. And no. The first thing she said was, I haven't seen you in over a year. I said, exactly. And then Roro said, I don't even know who you are. I said, exactly. Because I focus on my page is health and wellness. And I also focus on my clothing business. I haven't 50 laughing emojis in my live and then said run it. Then they bumped up 3 times in that same live. The people came for me and mass reported my live 3 times. Last time when I went on live, last night they mass reported my live twice. And all I wanted to do was give my story. I apologize to B. I apologize to all the people who was triggered because of what I said. And I said that in a way because I felt like, well, dang, maybe if I were to unalive myself, would y'all care then? Because nobody was caring about what I was going through with these people trying to affect my livelihood. And all I wanted to do was tell my story. I never can tell my story. So I never called Trina. I never text her. The last phone call was probably 3 or 4 in the morning when she was talking about me. And somebody told me she was talking about me because at this point I had slept for like 3 days. And then I went on about 3 or 4 of her pages and said, come talk to me, Trina. Come talk to me. She never answered the phone when I call her, but she always want to leave a message as if somebody is harassing her. I'm not harassing her. I'm not harassing her.
Did you call her more than once?
I'm trying to wonder why she doing this to me when she done made 50 videos that's posted on YouTube. The only thing I did was state names because those were the people involved at the time of the incident. That's it. It was not to harass. I was just telling my story. And people who I knew happened to be in it, I said their names. And I also said, y'all, stand up. Do y'all not understand what this woman is doing? Stand up. And when Shay reached out, so many people were calling my phone after I got doxxed. They were sending me DMs saying all kinds of stuff. And then when Shay reached out to me and said, Get some rest. I said, can I talk to you? She said, sure. And she called me. And I told her my story. She said, I feel like no one is listening to what you're really saying. Even Speak said the same thing when he was in my live yesterday. And when he was in his live, replaying the live, he said, y'all not paying attention to what she's saying. And that is the truth. I had no problem with Trina. But when I stopped giving Trina this, that's when it became an issue. When I stopped giving her money. The last time that any transaction was made was towards the end of January. Trina called me because this was in regards to her mother. Trina called me. I didn't answer at the moment. But when I did check the message, she said, are you there? And that kind of pissed me off because don't check my time. So I read her message, and in her message, she said, I think I'm going to take a couple of days off of social media. I said, that's right. Sometimes that's the best thing to do. And then I said, Trina, if I don't answer my phone in real time, it's not because I'm trying to ignore you. It's because sometimes my phone is not even around. My phone stay on silent. I said, and my knee is damaged. I'm on crutches. I'm probably going to have a surgery in 5 to 6 weeks. So I may not be able to help you like I have before. But I still sent her money. And every time I did, I said either peace and blessings, continued blessings, no worries. That's everything I did. So wherever the person that dropped, I don't know what Kool-Aid you drinking, but what y'all not gonna do is sit here and be oblivious to the situation. If Diamond, hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I know I'm hoarse for this, so if Diamond was going through this, if Aunt Karen was going through this, if any large content creator was going through this, there would have been no question. Everything would have been handled. But nobody did that for little old me. And all I was saying was, if I slit my wrist and died, then y'all, Lord, if I slit my lip on the line myself, then y'all would care. That's what I said because it was the truth. They wasn't trying to hear me. And so when I got off that live, Michelle and Queen called me. And they sounded very sad. And they said they doxed you. And I just like, what? Why y'all doxing me? I was so irritated because what's her name? B had told me before I did that it's the wrong thing to do. I don't think you should do that. But I still did it again. I said because I felt like no one was hearing me. So maybe if I do this, then somebody will hear me. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. My story does not change because my story is the truth. I don't care what Trina says. She also has said on this live, she has borderline personality disorder. She has depression and other mental health situations. Rose was on that live trying to come at me. Why you keep talking about it? Why you keep saying the same thing? I can say what the fuck I want to say. It's my experience. It's what I'm going through. And I said, Rose, you was crying when that shit happened with you and Diamond. And Dollar said, well, yeah, she got a point right there. That is true. And B kept telling me to get off the live. Michelle kept telling me to get off the live. Queens kept telling me to get off the live. But I wouldn't get off the live because I was trying to make my point. The only reason why I was removed from that live is because of the comment I made about hurting myself. TikTok removed me because of that. And then that was it. Then all of a sudden, all this stuff getting sent to me about Trina talking about me about this. Trina listening to her own lives talking about me. I went on Messy TikTok page. There is got to be at least 8 or 10 videos Trina made of me. What are you talking about? I came to you with all sincerity and told you when I was in the airport on December 3rd, 23rd. I said, Trina, I sent her a DM. I said, Trina, can I call? Is it okay if I can call you? Because I didn't want to keep going through the DM. She said yes. The first thing I said on that phone call was, and I said it in a very joking way, I said, I know you probably record me, girl, but you know I don't care. She said, no, that happened so long ago. I'm not focused on that. I said, Trina, I know that we have had some issues in the past, but I want to be somebody who you can come to. If there's ever a time you need to talk to me, or if there's ever a time that you might need help. And she said, thank you. I sent her $50. When my nephew and my sister picked me up, the first thing I said was, I really want to help Trina. It's Christmas. I don't know what she got, but I really feel like I want to help her. We gave her $300 that same day. I sent all this stuff to Chef Foxy. I sent a total of over $500 to Trina. Anytime she asked for anything, I gave it to her because I cared. But I also felt like Diamond never liked her. I said that so many times. I felt like Diamond was using her for entertainment and it wasn't right. And on my live, I said, where was the help for her when her mother died? So if I'm doing all of this, how am I crazy and stalking and harassing and doing all of this? So I'm harassing you because I'm giving you money? It doesn't make sense because it's a lie. I stopped giving her money because I realized she was using me. I realized that. And I said, I'm not going to deal with that anymore. And that is when she went on. First, she was on Diamond. Then that is when she started focusing on me and breaking down every single word in the live, trying to conform it to her negative, to get people to donate to her, to get people to feel empathy for her, to get people to love her and be noticed and shown. I would have still been rocking with Trina if she would have just answered the phone and talked to me about why she mentioned my name, what was going on. That's it. That's it. And lovely Georgia Peach. And I apologize for everybody that I triggered when I said that. I was wrong for saying that, y'all. I don't know how many times I gotta say I was wrong. But I was in a state where I didn't want to be here. I was in a state where these people are messing with my sales for my money. And no one is coming, no one's saying anything. I even talked to Nitra. Nitra said the same thing as crickets. No one wasn't saying anything because no one cared. And now I know I can't make nobody care, but damn, I was trying to have some hope that people would care. Like, this woman is trying to tear down this black woman business. And I couldn't for the life of me understand why. Why was she trying to do this to my business? I didn't talk to her in over a year. Are y'all not coming? What are y'all not understanding? When Chef Foxy called me, she said, "D, they did dox you." And when they read that number out, I put it in the phone and it came up as DeeTee because my username is DeeTee 1300. And I broke down, y'all, because I was already, Michelle and my sister was on the phone with me when that stuff went down with my daughter. They was on the phone with me then. When I talked to Chef Foxy, I said, "Chef Foxy, I only got a little bit of time because I informed my lawyer that they doxed me, but I also informed my lawyer I feel like hurting myself. My sisters and everything came to support me, and when I was able to tell Chef Foxy my story, she said, 'Is it okay for me to record?' I said, 'Absolutely. I don't have nothing to hide.' I said, 'I want to apologize to B for triggering her. Apologize to Lovely for triggering or anyone else. But I just wanted people to just hear me and care that this person is trying to destroy these people trying to destroy my business.' That was why I said it. It was wrong. It was wrong, but it wasn't like I was trying to hurt anyone. I just wanted people to care. And so I told my entire story from the beginning of when I cursed out Trina on Diamond Live to when the next day I apologized and I told her, "You remind me of a younger me." And I sent Trina $200 then. And Trina said, "Thank you." We was cool. But I never was a regular on Diamond panel. I would come in when Diamond always had issues with people. I would come in and try to try to say something and say, okay, to make her smile. I might come up there for a little bit. One time I felt like they was bullying someone over a conversation of transgender. And I came in and said that. I said, "I feel like y'all bullying her." But when they explained the situation, I understood where it was coming from. But I hardly ever was on her live. Trina came and I was sitting in my bed with a bonnet on my head and a nightgown on. I'm having a regular conversation with the 3 people in the room. Trina came in and said, "Are you talking about Diamond?" I said, "Trina, don't start that shit. Get the fuck on with that. Ain't nobody talking about no damn Diamond. Y'all always trying to start some shit. Oh, well, I haven't seen you in her live for a while. So what? So what?" But then that's when that situation came with Nitra having an issue with Diamond and Tweet and April. And I gravitated towards them because I had the same common reasoning like them. I had been affected by Diamond and no accountability was taken. I was on a live. I cannot remember everything was said, but somebody said something and I said, "Well, how's she gonna do that? She living in her car." Trina called me and the first thing she said was, "Why you talking about me?" And I said, "I can't because I can." And I told her repeated what was said. We went back and forth, fussing and yelling. Trina was doing that shit then, okay. She hung up. I said, "Oh no, bitch. You're not going to hang up on me. You called me wanting to talk something. Let's talk about it. She would not answer that phone because I had attempted to alive myself not too long ago before this happened with Diamond. I used to be an ombudsman with the county I live in. I stay in a community with police officers, judges, lawyers, firefighters. The police officers stay right here across the street. The firemen live right beside them. Because that happened, if I don't answer the door for something, if my mother called because they worried or whatever, they will come and they will do a wellness check. When that happened, and I was in that, I'm just going to say this because I'm just got to get all this out, and this is the last time. When I took those pills, my father loves the color red. I have his patio on my patio and his red seats and a white round table. I walked out there. I sat in that chair and I held my head back to go to sleep and be with God. I was so tired because my daughter also lost her father a week before her graduation. And I remember calling the counselor and telling the counselor, I can't be there for my daughter the way I want to. Because I'm still grieving about my own father and I feel so guilty. My daughter is still angry because her daddy is not here. And that's why she with a man who's older than her, who's manipulating her and being in the situation that she in. But she won't listen to me and leave him alone. And when the firemen came, and I don't know who called them. I don't know anything. I felt someone rubbing my chest. Next thing I know, they kept saying, Miss Taylor, somebody came and started rubbing my chest real hard. I heard God tell me to get up. He was right there with none but my father. He said, get up. And y'all, when I tell y'all, when I got up, oh my God, I felt so tired. I was so tired. So tired, y'all. I didn't know what to be here. And when I walked, when the people came, you would have thought the president was out there because that's how many ambulance and police officers and everything was out there. All of those fire, it was like 4 or 5, and they were Caucasian. They were so nice to me. They were so nice to me. They took me on a gurney and put me in the ambulance. And then this was around COVID. So they wasn't letting but one person come at a time. So my mother got there while I was in the hallway. And my mother sat down. And I just started crying. I just started crying hysterically. And my mother was crying because I lost my brother 2 years after my father. So we all just trying to grieve, just trying to live. I never had a chance to grieve my father because I had to travel. My sister came from Texas to North Carolina. We drove from North Carolina to Newport, Virginia, where my father was in the hospital. We then went to my father's house and cleaned his house out. My father still had, I wrote my father a letter when I was 15. My father still had that letter. And me and my sister, oh my God, y'all. And I felt so bad because the man that found him said something isn't right. He's cooking his food on the stove. And he was drinking straight moonshine. He wasn't eating anything. But before that, I brought my father to my home. And I wanted him to stay up here because I knew something was off. I knew it. He was hiding his alcohol. He would hide the alcohol. When he came to visit me, my brother came to the house. Let me tell y'all, I got to say this, y'all. Oh my God, today. My brother came out in the house. My brother had not seen my father for 14 years. They were estranged. My father didn't even recognize his own son. My brother had to tell him who he was. And they hugged and went in my bedroom. My mother and my uncle was with me in the living room. And they hugged and went in my bedroom to drink. My mother got upset because she said, y'all not about to do this mess up in here. I'm not having it. My uncle was trying to calm her down. When my brother and my father when my mother said, I'm ready to go, my brother said something slick about my mother. He said something like, she better do whatever before I do whatever. I turned around to my brother and I said, before you do what, nigga? Fuck you mean? What you talking about? You're not gonna disrespect my mother like that. But that was my mother's favorite. My mother and my youngest sister was her favorite. They were her favorite kids. But when he made that comment, I said, you ain't gonna do shit, nigga. To my mother, what you talking about? After that had occurred, I sat my father down on the couch. And I said to my father, looking him dead in his eyes, I said, Daddy, you either want to be here or you don't. But you got to do something. Because if you don't, you are going to pass away. You need to move in with me or my sister in Texas. He said, okay, daughter, I'm going to move in. I'll come and move in. So me and my boyfriend at the time drove him back to Virginia. But he turned around and told my sister he wasn't ready to move. He wasn't ready to move because he wasn't ready to deal with the addiction. So when people be thinking that, when they see what I have, people be thinking I was born with a silver spoon. No, I was in a project since I was 15. I used to remember when my brother would come in because he was someone who was addicted to drugs. He would come in and steal the TV, steal the microwave. I never forget one time we was living in the projects. He did something. I always carried a baton. Y'all know one of the batons he twist up like the whatever. I heard my mother outside and I came out there and I was just beating my brother. Get off of my mama. You have people standing around. Get off my mama with that baton. And I said to myself, I'm never going to do what my family has been doing because it ain't nothing but drug addicts and alcoholics on both sides of my family. But I'm not going to be that way. My sister said the same thing. I'm a registered nurse and she's an occupational therapist, OTRL, in Texas. So when I talk about things or whatever, it's all of us have wounds that haven't been healed. Some of us talk about self-love, but we ain't really performing it. I'm gonna be honest, I do that, and sometimes I'm not doing what I say. I have integrity. That is why I'm telling you the truth about what happened. I should have never done that and do that to B. And I apologized. Because, and then Karen, the way she going all hard about this and hard about that. But nobody said anything mostly about the situation with Diamond and who were messing with my business. Aries tried to say something and she tried to be funny, and I looked. Well, my picture I wasn't seen. I looked at her and said, "You ain't funny. You ain't funny." And some people chuckled. And then she tried to say, "Well, did you lose any money?" Hell yeah, I lost money. What I couldn't understand, y'all, was all of these people had issues with Diamond, but they came and was attacking me. What is it? Because I chose to do the right thing and go to the authorities because they was affecting my livelihood. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. When Trina broke down that time in the live, she was like, "Don't try to be gaslighting me. Don't try to be doing this. Don't be doing that." I said in the live to Diamond, "So why are you and who was fucking with my business?" Diamond read my comment. She was sitting back in that chair with them braids. She read my comment, and I selected the multi-guest to come up. Every time I did, she would never let me up. Diamond always says, regardless of who cool with her or who ain't, she still will let them up. But she didn't let me up. Then Slim, I had said something. I had replied to someone and I said, "Right." You know how when you reply, the person come up? I said, "Right." Slim said, "Damn, DeeTee, what did I do to you? People are weird." I wrote in the comments, "No, you're weird." Then later on, there was a conversation about Hoover and how he coming to people because Hoover was coming to Rose live or doing undercover stuff. I said, "Hoover, you always coming at women." Hoover was talking, but when he seen, when you talking to someone, but something catch you off guard, so you kind of like not stutter, but you kind of like you look at it and then you try to go back to what you were talking about. That's what he did. I'm not stupid. They did it because they know what they did to my business. I have the proof. My case is ongoing. I'm not sure. I can't show y'all all this and all that. Y'all always want some kind of receipt. I can't show y'all all this and all that, but in due time, I will. I'm also going to be discussing some things about the people who doxed me, because there was no reason for y'all to sit there on that live, look up my Cash App, say my full name, and then verify that that's my number. And the reason being was because what I was told, $2, asked Queen something. And not only that, B was not gonna, you can tell B did not want to discuss what we discussed on the back end. But Faye said, "B, go ahead and tell him. Go ahead and tell him." Karen said, "I already know it's fake. She lying. I already know it's fake." That's the only thing they focused on. They never did mention anything about what I'm feeling, why this person is doing this to me. Because I do suffer from mental health. And some things that a normal person who does not have mental health, it may slip off of them. But with someone who has mental health, it stays with you. And then when it was coming at B, and doing all that stuff. When I talked to Chef Foxy, I told her every single thing of why I did what I did and what was going on. The next thing I know, the facility allowed me to use my phone. No, let me back it up. When my lawyer found out about the doxing, my lawyer asked for permission to make a statement on my behalf and post it in my TikTok, because I asked my lawyer, is it okay for me to still sell my clothes? Is that going to be something that will be held against me or whatever? I don't know. I'm just saying. He said no. But he did put in there that I've been threatened, harassed, and doxxed. Now, someone said to me there was a lot of grammatical errors. Keep in mind, y'all, I have to hurry up and go to another state to a close nearby. So he had to hurry up and write and get it done. Not only that, when you're using that type of thing, the words, if you use it too big, no one can see it all because it's going to spread out. So I had to minimize it. So yes, some of the words was run on sentences, or two spaces wasn't after a period, but it wasn't a lie. Y'all was trying to dissect everything, but you never did try to see how I was doing. Never did y'all ever try to understand why I did what I did. And I apologize. So when I got my phone and I seen Chef Foxy on live, let me tell you something. You know how you can see a live without going in it, by going under the user, and then you see live. When I click live, because I seen Chef Foxy lighting thing on her profile lighting up, but I didn't want to go in. So I went on the outside where if you click live, that person will come up in the box. It'll be several people live showing. All I seen was Aunt Karen bashing me, Trina bashing me, and Rose bashing me. And I got upset. But they didn't know they did because they couldn't see me. I mean, I'm just saying, when I was there, I got upset because I'm like, what about all the other conversation? I didn't know that all that was discussed at the time because I wasn't there. I assumed that was the only thing they talked about. So then Chef Foxy texted me, are you okay? I said no. Because why are you not discussing everything that we talked about? She said, I didn't want to bring your daughter up. I said, Foxy. I said, no, Foxy. I said, Chef Foxy, but I told you it was okay. The reason being because I wanted everyone to see everything in 360. I didn't want it to be any loopholes there. I wanted people to understand the mindset that I was in, where I didn't know if my daughter was alive or dead. And Michelle and my sister can vouch for that. Oh my God, y'all. Can you imagine your daughter calling you and then the next thing you hear is your daughter yelling, stop. I called Michelle, my sister. I said, I got to go. I told my supervisor, I got to go. I had my nightgown on and a bonnet then with a do-rag underneath to keep my hair wrapped. And when that officer said no one is answering the door, y'all, hear me when I say this, please. I thought that it was one of those situations where the man killed a woman and then unalived the woman and then unalived himself. I was so hysterical. I kept saying, my baby, kill my baby. But when we walked in there, nobody was there. So even my grand dog was shaking, y'all. So I wanted to take him with me. He was shaking in the cage. When my daughter finally pulled up with her boyfriend, do you know what she said to me? Why you call the police? I looked at her and said, what? I could not believe it. But then I understood when people are in a DV situation, that it's called, what is it, DV syndrome or whatever the case may be, is in that. So I'm just so frustrated and just don't know what to do, y'all. I just wanted, I was crying for help. I just wanted somebody to say that was wrong. I just wanted somebody to feel like, I just wanted something. And it felt to me like it's all drama. And even now while I'm crying, people still gonna make a mockery of this. Oh, she was crying, but she was lying. It's so sad the way we are. And that's why I was suicidal. I was suicidal. I did not want to feel that pain anymore. Y'all don't know what I go through. Nobody knows what I go through unless I tell someone. Days before that, I actually called my sister crying, saying, a couple of days before, then I told my sister I'm in a dark space. I don't like this feeling. I don't feel right. And I want to go. I want to leave now. My sister said, I know that you got to get your knee operated on because my knee is messed up. I injured my knee 3 times. The first time exercising with my sister, trying to do that, with the little step stool, you turn around, you go here, you come back there. It was me, my sister, my best friend, and I had to tell, I felt something then, a pop. And I told my sister, I said, we can't do this kind of thing. So me and my best friend, we ain't up to par with that. We gotta do something different. When I went to Texas for the holidays, we went to the gun range. When we left, there was a step that I missed, and I fell down on my knee. Not only that, I got sick. When I came back to North Carolina, not too long after that, me and Lady of Suspense was on the phone. I heard something, but I thought it was me, but it wasn't. It was her. But when I tried to I was going to try to turn around because I didn't know. But my body didn't turn. Right there where my stairs is, I have like a glass thing there. So to keep me, and I had stuff in my hand, and the phone, to keep me from having to fall face head in that glass, I dropped down to the ground. I'm talking about, when somebody is trying to pray to God and they just drop to their knees. That's how I did. But I dropped hard, y'all. And my knee kept being swollen. I was in so much pain. The doctor gave me corticosteroid shot. He tried medications. They did an x-ray. They said they seen a lot of inflammation. When I did that x-ray, that lady told me, she called the doctor to tell him I need another shot because it's so inflamed. I thought I was going to have one of those scope procedures. When I went to my doctor, no, my doctor did call to have an MRI. I went to have an MRI. When he called me, he wanted me to come in the office to get the results. He said, Miss Taylor, you got minor arthritis, but no major abnormalities. He said, but I believe you have a malignant or whatever they call it, tear. You have some form of tear. Because, and Lady of Suspense can vouch for this. I took a picture. My leg and my foot swole up. And I took a picture and sent it to her, my sister. I sent it to my group, the sisterhood group that I deal with. And then when I got to my doctor's office, I showed him. He said, "Oh my God." He said, you may have a blood clot. There might be what stuff ain't going." So he did tests for that. It wasn't a blood clot. So he said, "This is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to do another MRI. But this time, we got to position you to where the pain and the swelling is so we can make sure we can diagnose you." He said, "But I do got a good feeling it's a tear and we're going to have surgery." I said, "Okay." I go get my procedure. I go get my MRI on March 12th is when I go for my MRI. My supervisor already know. So it's so much going on. But then to find out that people are trying to tarnish your business that you work hard for, that hurt me. And it was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And it hurt me to see my black people not come together, because when tea time, not tea time, she's saying, I'm sorry, tea time, when $2 abundantly, Candy Girl, I think T Money at the time, Aries and all of that, they came together. They bonded together to get them through whatever it was. So when I said what was going on with me, I'm expecting something like that from people. I never got that. And I was already in a mindset of, I don't want to be here. I'm tired. I'm weak and I'm tired. And so when I went in $2 live, $2 was very nice to me when she reached out to me. Me and Gen X cleared everything else, because in one of my lives, I said, Gen X had mentioned she got shit on Diamond and she gonna post it on her page. So $2 talked about that, Ty. When I got in that live, I heard Gen X say, "I guess you want clout." And I said, "No." I said, "What you mean?" I said, "I don't want no clout." I don't know why people feel like just because something going on or your experience, you want clout. What the fuck are y'all talking about? You got people out here who are being cyberbullied and unaliving themselves right here on this screen. It's so many people suffering, y'all. You can ask Michelle and my sister. I always say, if this is getting too much for you, please let me know, because I do not want to put this on you. But I did not feel that. And I didn't know at the time that Chef Foxy has talked about everything except for my daughter. But when I found out on my live, Speak the Truth told me, no, she did play a recording and she did say, and the only thing she said was she didn't want to talk about your daughter. I said, "Chef, I apologize." Abundantly came up and said the same thing Speak said, and I said again, "Chef, I apologize." But at the time, I couldn't use my phone. And when I was able to, that's all I saw. So I thought that's all it was. I thought like that, and I said all this stuff. I provided receipts, and ain't that said? So that was me assuming. That was wrong for me to assume. Just like it was wrong for me to say, well, I guess I should cut my whatever, and then maybe they'll care. I was crying out for help, for somebody to just say something. Reach out and say something. And I didn't get that. And so when Shay reached out to me, but when I noticed that Trina just kept making videos and videos and videos about me, I'm so tired, y'all. I'm physically tired. I said, what? Why is she doing this? Why? What did I do to her? Time I slandered her name. I told the story let me say this to the people who got some sense. I told the story, and if a person happened to be in that story while I was telling it, I said who it was. Why can't I say a name? What the hell? That's the same way when you and your family talking about stuff or whoever. Girl, you know, Patricia did this, but you know what? What's her name was this? Such and such was there. It was like that. I didn't slander her. And she kept going with that narrative, and then she just kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper into it until when I got doxxed and all them people calling me and threatening me and talking about they gonna kill, and if you know, because I said something about Diamond and Hoover. Someone in Diamond Live said the other day that it does seem like they have a mob because Diamond said, I'm a cult. She said that the lady said I'm a cult. That's what she always called me, the lady. You damn right I said that. That's how I feel. That's how y'all come. Because soon as somebody disagree with Diamond, everybody else around her agrees. Whether she's wrong or right, she could probably unalive someone and they'll take the charge. She could go to Niagara Falls and be ready to drop off a mountain and they'll drop off with her. And that's not right. That's not right at all. Then she said, well, somebody said she posted her clothes. Why would I not post my clothes? That's my business. What are you talking about? Don't matter what mental state I'm in. I can't sleep. I haven't slept for like 4 or 5 days. So why would I not post? What are you talking about? She must be watching because she's talking about my shirts. I do. I don't watch it through. But Diamond, I do notice you have the same shirts on. The fuck you shirt. The fake Coach shirt. The black little thing with the black cardigan. It's there. So I'm only speaking what it is. Yeah, I'm throwing shots because her and Hoover affecting my business. I don't understand what people don't understand about that. But to turn around and dox me, you know what? Okay, dox me. But to try to turn around and dox my mother, who is suffering with sarcoidosis and is considered legally blind, that is wrong. Then I had people, when I sent the thing to them, say, what story? Nitra, I talked to you on the phone and told you what was up. And you acting all oblivious like you don't know. If y'all just want to hang with Diamond, just say that. But instead, no one tries to stand up when things are done as she do. No one stands up. Everybody act like they scared of her. I'm not scared of you, Black Diamond. I'm not scared of you, Hoover. I'm not scared of no one. And I'm going to tell you this here. If anyone try to come to my home, it is not going to be a good thing. And if anyone comes to my home and I happen to be unalived, again, what are y'all going to say then? Somebody told me, 2 people, oh, they wearing you out online. Oh, everybody talking about you online. They calling you a liar, this and that. Nobody heard nothing else. Every time I try to tell my story, my live getting banned. Why can't I tell my story? And that's what I just don't understand. So that is what I have to say about the situation. And yes, when I was told Trina had my number up on her background, she was the second live to dox me. Oh, and you know what? I got numbers where people said, Trina got your number up on her live, and she's saying she ain't taking it down. I didn't go over there to see, but I had other people. I know. I actually just screenshot the videos, which are the ones that y'all see, where I'm in the background. The one that I put about I'm being doxxed and my mother's being doxxed, and that's not fair. This is going too far. With the red writing, she put that up there. Then she tried to lie and say I'm saying she's a part of the situation that happened. What? I never named no one else but Diamond and Hoover. And I say 2 assailants, but possibly more. I got a video out where I said this thing go deep. So you tell me, if they didn't do nothing, let's be logical here, people. If they didn't do nothing, why am I getting threats? Specifically, that if I don't get off this live talking about Trina and Diamond, they're going to unalive me. You tell me, does that seem like guilt? Or does that seem like they innocent? I sent that email to so many people, the message, because I wanted to tell my story, to everyone involved. Hoover has 2 backup pages. I sent them to both. The second backup page, he blocked me. Trina did the same thing. So I went under one of Trina's posts and I posted it there. And then with Rose yesterday, Rose said, I don't know you. You probably came in as a bot. I said, what? I played, y'all remember that time she did that parody of Diamond? I was Hoover. I was the one that kept saying, I'm from Chicago, man. I'm from Chicago, man. Rose and Trina are beautiful women. I would put that in Rose comments, simply beautiful, simply gorgeous. When she had a Cash App up, I donated 20 one time and $5. I would go in there and listen to her read. What do I have to lie for? Don't she sometimes read those journals? And it's very soothing. And I told her that it's very soothing to hear her talk with that. So I couldn't understand why all these people who got problems with Diamond is coming for me. Why? But I do want to say this. I said yesterday when I was in live, I said, I feel like nobody hears me or see me. I feel like I'm awkward in certain spaces. I feel like I'm an alien. I got so much love today, despite all the other stuff, of people who was giving me support, who was praying for me, who was letting me know that is cyberbullying and doxing, and that is illegal. You need to contact the authorities. You'll find out what happens when that finish coming through. All this going on in real time. I even got happy one time when Shay said I could tell my story. It made me feel good. My whole mood changed, didn't it, Michelle? My whole mood changed. Everything.
Today was the first day that he left. Well,
Yeah, say that again.
today was the first day that you had left today.
Because I just knew I was going to be able to tell my story and get it out and be over with it. And I wanted people who I felt talk so much about it to hear it. And then Shay called me, and I'm grateful for Shay. Shay said, "It's just this is because Shay said it's getting too much. It's getting dangerous, and I do not want you to get hurt." So she didn't want to do the interview. So what I did was I made a post saying, "I will no longer be doing the interview tomorrow." Then when that person, and I erased the number, text me saying what they said about doxing me and killing me, and I read that to Kimmy and Michelle, I posted that. I got community violation because I didn't take the number out, and that was my fault. So I took it down, reerased all numbers, put it back up. Then I told Michelle and Kimmy, because someone that I thought was a good friend or whatever told me they didn't want to talk to me anymore, move on or anything. That broke my heart because of all of the drama. And I'm sitting here still saying to myself, I didn't do anything wrong. The only thing I did was say in a hypothetical way, well, if I guess maybe I'll do this, and then maybe then I'll get some attention. That's all I said. But they never did talk about, but they doxed me, y'all. They doxed me so effortlessly with no hesitation, no anything. The video is up. Why? Even if you knew I was lying and fake about saying that. What does the doxing got to do with it? Then I had someone say, and I took it as being funny, I'm going to call the police and have them come to your house. I said, I am the police. Fuck you talking about? Because I know what my community consists of. So what are you talking about? A lot of people do not know how to handle mental health people. They don't. I feel like a lot of y'all are miserable, jealous, envious. I really do. Because I just can't explain why someone want to do this to me almost a year and a half after I stopped dealing with them. Why? Why? I have organizations that reached out to me. Organizations that reached out to me. Do you know that made me feel so good because then I felt like I'm being noticed. I wish I didn't have to be noticed in this type of situation, but I'm being noticed. Someone is caring for me. I got a lot of people who sent me so much love, and I thank y'all for that. I haven't been able to read everything because I also got a lot of phone calls and a lot of threats and all that other kind of stuff. So, again, people may say, oh, girl, whatever. I know how people do. Oh, she just wants sympathy. Oh, she just want gifts. What? Gifts don't pay my bills. I actually do things in the community and with my job When I find out information that I feel that people should know, I make a video and I post it. I posted a video about the shortage of medications. I posted a video about Ozempic and how it was not going to be covered after April 5th. And there was being a shortage because instead of people using it for type 2 diabetes, they're using it to lose weight, and that's not good. I talk about several things on my lives with healthcare, and I promote my business. I never do nothing. I don't do nothing else. So I could not understand. And when they blocked me and all of that stuff, it solidified that it's true. Because if someone tells me you messing with my business, and I'm already a business myself because Black Diamond is a business. She says she has an LLC for her business. So if someone comes to me and I have a business and they say, I found out that you doing this to my business, so I'm going to handle this. If I know I didn't do it, I'm going to do whatever I can to debunk that. We always be online debunking and acting like we lawyers and judges and prosecutors and cousins and friends and all kinds of stuff we act like, don't we? We always act like that. But with me, someone who have a small black, Michelle can tell you, I don't have a lot of people in my life when I'm selling my clothes. When my clothes sell, because I also promote them on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So when I come on there selling my clothes and doing whatever, I love it. It gives me peace and lets me be calm. I love interacting with women and being honest and telling them I'm 230 pounds, I'm 5'5". I'm 5 foot and a half. I got a waist trainer on, or if I don't, I'm always honest about that because I have integrity. I do not, and I said this before, I do not put morals under money because it will not get you nowhere. I promise you, it will not get you nowhere. I work with I have a sisterhood group. Each month we meet to digress, to talk about things. There are women empowerment groups here where women are trying to acclimate back into the world from being incarcerated. And I help them with resumes and I offer them clothes. If you go on my line, I got 3-piece suits for $10. Lavender, green, and black. I donate those things to women. And I do mock interviews to teach them about the behavioral questions. Look up what behavioral interview questions are. They always have like 3 parts to it. Name a time when you did this, what happened, and what's the outcome. I teach motivational interviewing. I encourage patients to talk to their doctors and do not let them take their dignity. I advocate for my patients. I heard someone on Diamond Live say, she's crazy. I wouldn't want her treating my patients. I'm going through something right now. No, I'm not crazy. I'm human. I'm going through something right now because the black women and the black men that I'm thinking will help me and be able to just embrace me. Ain't much you can do with the information I have, but at least acknowledge it. But all y'all want to worry about is, oh, she lied, she lied, she lied. Then when I apologize, y'all still kept, oh, she lied, da, 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 da. What more can I say? Like Tyrese said, what more do you want from me? I done apologized. I said it was wrong. What more can I say? I just don't understand. And that's all I'm saying. The proof is there. And you know what? If they would have came to me behind the scenes and talked to me about why they did what they did, I would be so grateful and appreciative. And I wouldn't take next steps. Because no matter if I don't like them, I still respect the point of them telling the truth. I respect people that tell me the truth. But instead, she made a mockery of me in my life like a little kid. Instead, y'all sat there and told Shay, it ain't gonna look good for Madinah. Well, we got murder, unalive for hire. Are y'all not hearing this shit? What is wrong? Are y'all not hearing this? So she didn't want to do the interview because she's scared of what might happen to her. Where did we go wrong? Why did I get doxxed and now I'm threatened to be killed? If I mention Diamond or if I mention Trina, I don't deal with Trina like that no more. And I handled Roxy when I was in that live. And that was it. But when me and Shay talked, and she said, I want to allow you a space to tell your story so you won't get interrupted. I'm going to have my moderators be there. I said, there's a couple of moderators I have. Michelle, Ansley, and Kimmy. Is it okay if they can also moderate? And she said yes. And I said, okay, I'll give the information to you. And so then I began to send out the same generic message to everyone. So when Trina say I'm harassing her, no. I wanted everyone to come and listen to my story and what's going on with me mentally. I'm not ashamed to say I struggle with mental health, but I'm a damn good nurse. And ain't nobody gonna take that from me. Nobody. Because I haven't said nothing. I don't do nothing to nobody. And you damn right I was gonna post those pictures of the person saying that my thing is up there and that people are threatening to hurt me. That hurt me. You gotta be very careful, y'all. And if you believe me, you don't believe me at this point, I don't care. And I wrote a letter saying, due to the doxing and the harassment, I will no longer be on TikTok. And I'm going to shut my store down. Because Kimmy and Michelle was mad. They said, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. Yes, I am, because I'm tired and I don't deserve that. I provide clothing that's budget friendly for all women. I don't charge extra for bigger sizes. The reason why I decided to open a boutique in the first place, because I know during that time it was COVID and I knew people can't afford everything. So I told my cousin, I'm going to open up a boutique and I'm going to have it to where the prices are affordable. And that's what I did. Anything I say I'm going to do, I do it. And I'm so grateful for my customers, new and the ones that repeated customers, for shopping with me, for pouring love into me. Michelle, thank you. Kimmy, if you are listening, thank you. China Doll, thank you. Mariah, thank you. Quince, thank you. It's so many people I can't even It's so many people I can't even name all, but I thank y'all so much for pouring life into me at a time where I didn't want to be here. And I appreciate that so much. But today, and I'm gonna be finished in a minute because I know some people are like, she talking and all that. But damn, y'all do it. I have to. Because y'all not letting me tell the full story, so I have to tell everything. And let me just tell it. I ain't say that to you, Rose or Trina, when y'all was sitting there constantly talking about Diamond. 1 minute y'all say, this gonna be my last time talking about him. Then the next day y'all talking about him. Or you want Bella alive in court. Come on now, y'all don't see that? But then here I am. And y'all kept saying, she's dealing with something right now mentally. Have some grace. Dollar Sign was saying it, and abundantly. And Candy Girl, I appreciate y'all for that. And $2, you said, why did I block you? Because when they told me that I was doxxed on your live, that hurt me. That you did do something to me. Because you allowed that to happen. And
Can I ask you a question real quick? Because
go ahead.
You allowed me into your live, and I appreciate that. And I don't know the entire story. I didn't watch it, from beginning to end. But I'm very curious on a few things. So I'm wondering, first of all, like, are you willing to have a candid conversation about it, or should I just drop down?
Candid conversation about what?
A candid conversation about what happened and what you did
Very
and how you
badly.
may have triggered some people.
You're echoing very badly.
I'm not sure what I could do about that. Can you hear me?
Did you come in my life? Did you send me a message laughing with 2 emojis?
I didn't send you shit. I just asked you to come up in the
Oh
multi-guest.
God. Let's try to fix the echo first. Go up to where you get the notifications, pull it down, and then see if that fixes. Sometimes that helps.
It actually dropped me and then let me back up.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, who said to drop them?
Me, it's
China. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
I'll let you back
Hold
up.
on
You
one
sent me a
moment.
message, right?
Hold on.
Saying that you cut your wrist. So everybody was in a frantic because we thought that your life was in danger. So I posted that because we were trying to reach out to you to see if you were okay. So when you say stuff like I deliberately released your information, that is very inaccurate. We were concerned about your life, ma'am. Okay? I want to make that very clear.
Well, ma'am.
So we didn't know if it was a game, and that is a sick game. And I understand that you apologize, but your apology means nothing because it affected so many people. D, it affected a lot of people. And
$2. I'm not going to argue because I have laryngitis. I already said that. How many times do you want me to say that?
Can someone tell me if I'm still echoing? Am I still echoing?
1 second, Christine. Let me talk to $2 right quick.
That's fine. It's Kristen, but okay, go ahead.
Oh, Christian, I'm sorry.
Christian, you're fine. You're fine. No
Yeah,
echo.
I can hear you. Hold on 1 second. So I had already said that was wrong. I even said, I know I triggered people. And when I talked to Chef Foxy, I apologized to everyone about that. If I apologize, what else do you want me to do when I'm explaining to you why? $2, I said you did. I said you showed
Probably
me.
stop being here for attention. That's probably the first thing. Like,
What do
honestly,
you
like,
mean? I'm being here for attention.
because you're sitting here
Well,
talking
what I
about
have
you don't
wanted
want to
you to
be
do,
on
D,
TikTok.
I would have
You don't
wanted
want
you
to
to
be on
listen
TikTok.
to B.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, $2. I'm
I
sorry.
could have,
When B told you don't pull this stupid shit off. Why
I,
didn't you listen to her?
I could have, but I chose not to because I felt
So
this is what I'm
therefore,
saying.
your apology means nothing because you made
Okay, then you can
a
drop.
conscious decision
You can drop. I'm not going to argue. I told my
to pull
story and I'm
this
leaving it right
dumbass
there.
prank off, and it
It's not
accomplished
a
nothing,
prank. It was
D.
not a prank. It was
You
not
can
a
let her
prank.
talk,
A lot of
please.
It was
people,
not a prank at
a lot
all.
of people, a lot.
It was not a prank. And I'm not going to allow anyone to come up here and keep dwelling on the same thing that I said. I said when I came in that live, I came in there because you was very nice when you reached out to me and you wanted me to clear things up with Gen X. When I got in that live, Gen X said, I guess you're cloud chasing, I don't know. I said, who cloud chasing what? In that state of mind, I'm trying to tell y'all how I'm feeling. I'm trying to tell y'all this woman did, and her boyfriend or whoever and some other people did something to me. But y'all was up there treating me like I was on, like we was having court. We on TikTok. Where was the grace for me? Where was the grace? So you don't have to accept my apology. And you can continue to keep saying the same thing because you know what, $2, you like to do that. You do that with Diamond. You love to keep saying the same thing over and over again and not forget or forgive. I already said with Lovely Peach. When Lovely Peach said it's more to this, y'all, I don't think it's just the situation with Diamond. She was correct. I got frustrated with y'all because Rose kept coming up there, Aries saying what she's saying, this, that, and the third. And I said, shit, I'm gonna put I'll put in there that my daughter said I cut my wrist. Maybe then they would care. Are you not hearing me? No, I wasn't thinking. Let me be real with you, cause see what Madinah do? I don't lie. I wasn't thinking about how it may trigger others. I was already mentally damaged. I was already there. All I wanted was support. And you asked me, what can we do? Do the same thing y'all do with the other people that's on your panel. What do you mean? Make it make sense. But y'all don't want to move the narrative because all you know is negativity. Y'all eat, shit, and sleep negativity, drama, and that's why you're miserable like you are. If you don't know how to give someone grace or forgiveness, I don't know what else to tell you because we have all done some things that was unfavorable. A sin is a sin. One sin ain't bigger than the other. And I said the reason why I said that, which was wrong, I said, B was like, I don't think you should do that. I think it's a bad idea, this and this and this. I said I didn't care because I felt like y'all wasn't listening to me. Y'all wasn't caring about what I was going through. Y'all wasn't worried about what I was going through. So yes, it triggered people. Yes, it was wrong for me to do. Yes, you don't have to forgive me. You don't have to, you can block me. You don't have to ever talk to me ever again. But I said what I said. And I'm not going to keep on saying the same thing. So y'all can go to your lives. You can talk about what you want to talk about. I already said I am leaving TikTok and my business. There's a lot of people that don't want me to do that. But this moment right now, I feel like that's what I'm going to do. Y'all win $2. You see how that worked? Christian or whatever your name was. Y'all win. Y'all can have it. You win.
Dee, don't.
Diamond win. You no.
It's so hard. You work so hard.
No. Because I just sat here and told my story and y'all refused to listen.
Allow them